I'm getting ready to go to the movies. We're gonna go see the new Charli XCX movie, The Moment. So pretty excited about that and excited to see Alexander Skarsgård again. As you can see, I've got my little Hollywood Skin Secrets eye patches on, which, as you know, I've been really loving because they do stick on. So I've been able to do my hair and, you know, have a bit of a run around before I start filming. And I've also put on some of the Road Glazing Milk as well, which I'm so happy about. As you know, I've actually got this, well, you may not know because I haven't been able to do a haul, but I actually have this coming in the post, so can't wait for that to arrive. Sorry, it's been about 3 weeks. So that's what you get when you don't shop at Mecca. Am I ready to take these off? Am I ready to part with them? Not sure. Oh, I also have hair glitter. I just bought this one from the Reject shop. I was trying to remember because I usually get it from like party shops. Oh, do you see that? Nice. My husband's also building some drawers at the moment, which is great because we've finally got to the stage of starting to build drawers, because that can be pretty daunting, and there's quite a few to do because we're going to put them in the bench seat as well as in our wardrobe. So we're just trying to finish off the bench seat, like the window seat area first. I might show a picture of our drawer that he's made. Anywho, I need to prime. I'm not going to obviously bother putting SPF on, but what should I prime with? I usually use the MAC one, I suppose, but I might use the Kevin Aquan, but this is just nice and dewy, which I really like. Just giving myself a little massage while I'm here, guys. Oh, for concealer, I've been really wanting to show you guys this on camera because I have the Kosas corrector. This is in the shade Magic, so as you can see, it's the lightest one and it's a little pink corrector, and I wanted to show you this because I was so impressed with how it really blanks out the under eye. It is very light though, so I feel like if I don't use it with a concealer over the top, it can be very bright, but it just depends on whatever look I'm going for. But this actually is magic. Look at this. I'm just tapping it in with my finger, but look at that. That is like actually magic. I'm just gotten a little bit closer so you can see. That's cool, isn't it? So now I really want to try the concealer that I have, well, from Kosas, because my god, that is so popular on TikTok and everything. And if it's anything like this, like, that actually is magic, and it's very like thin and slippery and easy to blend. So like, I just can't believe more people don't talk about this. And they do have like deeper shades as well, but I just had to show you. For foundation, I've got my little foundation tub, but I also have foundations freaking floating around everywhere. So I'm going to wipe on some of the Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is in the shade 2C0 Cool Vanilla. I could probably even go down a shade, as you can see, but my face is darker anyway, so honestly I give up. But I've been meaning to mention, this is actually I actually don't know if I've used this one on camera recently, don't remember, but this is actually the old formula. They have reformulated it. I just have the Tower 28 one, which I've been loving. This is in the shade BU. It's actually the second lightest shade, and it's a little bit more beigey. I think I explained this to you guys last time actually, but it is that little bit more beigey. The lightest shade is very yellow. As you can see, I've just started on my cheeks and I'm just bringing it up because I don't want there to be too much product under the eyes. You know, that's where product tends to really want to hang out. And I might just put a little bit on my forehead as well, which reminds me, I've got to do the little pads, the Dr. Dennis Gross exfoliating pads. I love those. If you find that your forehead or wherever is like very congested, those little pads are so amazing at getting your skin smooth, because obviously it's chemical exfoliants, which I'm very sensitive to AHAs, BHAs. In fact, you know, all of whatever the hell those are, but for whatever reason, the Dr. Dennis Gross ones are not too harsh on my skin. For bronzer, I'm going to use the Morphe Hot Shot bronzer in Fire Sign, and you have to shake it. This is actually pretty dark, to be honest. I would be able to use this if I was tan as well, so I really just use a tiny amount. I'm going to move on to the Clinique Chubby Stick. And I'm just blending that on the apples of my cheeks, and I just can't get over how much I look like Margot Robbie right now. And then over the top, I'm just applying Nectar by Westman Atelier. Really love this. If you like that dewy look, like that's dewy. So delicious and gel-like. But yeah, I am placing it here because I was very obsessed with how this hair reminded me of Wuthering Heights, because obviously they do a lot of the pinned back look, and so I have just been applying blush in like the apples of my cheeks primarily, but usually I would do like the full around. I love that. It's a little bit 80s, isn't it? But that's what I usually like, but I've been doing this style a little bit more. You can see I've applied a bit much because this Chubby Stick, I don't know if I mentioned the shade, this is in 03 Roly Poly Posy, and on my skin tone you can see it's very pigmented, so I may have started off with a little bit too much, but that's a really great product because of course you could use it on your lips as well. So I'm surprised, you know, they don't get as much like play these days, but I feel like they're a very iconic product. I'm going to do a little bit of misting with my enormous bottle of the airbrush spray. And I leave my fan in my office, so I'm going to fan myself down. I'm going to use the Hourglass Arch brow sculpting pencil in brunette, and this has been a little bit of a game changer. As you know, I had actually been loving the Quick Flick, where is she girl? The Quick Flick eyebrow trio actually. Well, it says 2 in 1. It's the brow pencil and the brow liner, and detachable, so I store them detached, but they actually come together like this. And this product is really pigmented, but it has a really nice skinny brow pencil, so which is good obviously, but I do actually like the Hourglass one a lot because it is pigmented, but it's such a soft color. Obviously it's soft brunette. This is what it looks like. And it's that angle. I used to have something like this from Too Faced, the pomade stick. Again, that one was very pigmented, whereas this is really soft color, but it's like a good shade for me, even though it's like a soft brunette. It's so easy to use. I noticed that Sephora obviously now has Hourglass, and it would be great if they were included in their in the sales that Sephora have, but like Claude Lee is not included in the sales, so I don't think just because it's at Sephora that they're going to necessarily have the sales available on Hourglass. Not only that, I can't imagine they'd be able to have enough stock either, because I find that with Maya as well, is that Maya have some really great brands, you know, YSL, Chanel, etc., but they just can't seem to hold enough stock of the products. So even if they go on sale, you still can't really access it. So I would really like for Hourglass to be available at Maya, because I've got my Maya one, but also I feel like Maya has better sales, more consistent sales. I'm a bit bald-headed at the front, so I just really like to emphasize whatever hair is left. But isn't that such a nice brow color? I don't know, what do you guys think? I'm especially bald on this side, seriously. I'll show you an eye look that I've been loving. It's just using the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize in Amber Gold, and it's a very soft color. I usually use my Real Techniques brush, but I just want to try it with my fingertip today, just because I want like a little bit more color than usual. But you can see it's obviously bronzy gold, and you can see that it really brings out like the green and the blues in my eye color. The movie, the Charli XCX movie that we're seeing is, I think it's a mockumentary about tour. You know how a lot of, well, not celebrities, but some artists will do a documentary on tour. I remember Katy Perry's one was literally amazing. You know, when she's going through her divorce with Russell Brand. That was freaking crazy to see that. I literally remember crying. That would have been like 10 plus years ago, but I remember I literally cried when I saw that. It was just like absolutely crazy to witness that. But anyway, that was really good. Artists, you know, do like to do that kind of thing. And so Charli XCX one is more of a mockumentary style, so it's not legit, which is kind of, I think, well, I like the idea of it. I'm excited to see it because of course it's got Alexander Skarsgård in, who's really having like a bit of a moment in all these movies. Oh, that is the name of the film mentioned. But it's going to be so great because I think he plays her agent who's like a little bit, you know, eccentric or something. Couldn't really tell by the previews, but it's going to be very cool. I thought my daughter might like it, but I don't think she was as interested, but she's got, you know, her own stuff going on. She's got her games she's got to play, so it'll just be me and my husband going to see it. So I don't think it's something that he would usually like, but too bad. And I'm going to use my Clara eyeshadow. This is the Diamond like Dazzle shadow, and this is in the shade number 3. I don't even know if they still make these, but I still have a couple of colors of these, and I've probably had this literally 10 years, which is crazy to say, but I remember they used to sell Clara Cosmetics at Kohl's, and I used to be so excited when they'd be on special because I'd buy the little eyeshadows, and I've just kept them because nothing really compares. So if I show you on this eye, I don't know if you can even, maybe I'm just hyping it up a bit, but I really love it. I just haven't found anything that really compares to that. Like, I would honestly think that even like MAC Cosmetics would have something like this, but none of their diamondy, dazzling shadows quite do this. Look how dewy I am. A lot of that is the Kevyn Aucoin, I will tell you. And of course I am under a very bright light. I'm actually using this really amazing ring light that me and my husband found on the side of the road. Somebody was getting rid of it, and this is like a $200 ring light. I couldn't actually even believe it at the time, because what is the freaking chances and the luck? I'm not a big fan of powder usually. I've been obviously trying to avoid it more recently, but I'm going to use the Moonwave powder by NARS. I really like the one in crystal, so I think I will repurchase that because I ran out of the little one that I had. But this is still nice. It just doesn't, it's not obviously totally translucent. The crystal one is totally translucent on my skin tone. So that's the thing. Now I'm just going to put it here. Like, how freaking good is that? It's just so impressive how mattifying it is, but if you look at my face, it's like you can't see a powdery residue. So really amazing products, and I'm just taking whatever's left on my brush and just tapping it in to my under eyes because I just have to be so careful. Like, it just looks wrinkly so easily. And I'm using this delicious brush from Charlotte Tilbury. I have the little mini set that I got for Christmas because I actually thought that would stop me from wanting the bigger ones. I was like, I just need to chill out because I've obviously bought a lot of brushes in my time, and sometimes I just get obsessed and want the brush, but then it's like I may not use it. But this is absolutely stunning. I love it. It's so soft. I love her brushes, and you know, that's unfortunate because they're not exactly cheap, are they? Oh guys, got defeated in the arena. God damn. Let me just suss that out. I'm going to use maybe both of these colors. This color actually doesn't show up that much on my skin. This color, oh, there we are. But this color under my eyes, I put that under my eyes the other day, and this throws off like a yellow glitter. So do not do what I did with that. It's definitely better probably to be buffed over the face with a powder brush. Look at that. Ooh. I'm going to curl my lashes. I use the Quick Flick one. I would love to try the Kevyn Aucoin one because it's popular, but do I need to try that? No. And this so far has been really good. It's got a little comb in it as well, so combs through the lashes as it curls. I don't know why I would need that technology, but if you did this after you put mascara on, then that could be convenient so the lashes don't clump. I'm using the Kevyn Aucoin The Volume Mascara, which is in this really cute metal tube. It's just so 80s luxe, which, if you don't know by now, I really love that vibe. thought I had lost the lip balm that I wanted to use, but I haven't. I found it. So, although, I can't find my essence stain. That sucks. But anyway, I will just line my lips, and what should I use? I have plenty of options here. I actually might use Stone by MAC. I'll just put it on. If I apply too much, it's obviously quite grey and dark, which is a different look, obviously. But if I blend it out, it creates like a perfect shadow of like lips. So obviously enhances the lips. So I really like that about it. And the lip balm that I'm going to use, I really have been excited to show you this because I only just got this. This is the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in pink sugar, and I have brown sugar and I loved it, and I really wanted pink sugar. So I'm so glad I finally have it, and even though it actually doesn't have a lot of colour to it, I really love how it looks on the lips. It's just got a very small touch of pink. So I think it's only because I'm fair that it's quite noticeable. I don't know. So good. I also have vanilla at the moment, but I do keep the brown sugar in my bag, and I gave my daughter the minty one because that one is so delicious. If you haven't tried that, I mean, it's just a lip balm at the end of the day, but I haven't really been a big fan of tubey lip balms because I just remember growing up there was that thing about how they're not as sanitary, but it's not like I'm sharing it with anyone anyway. But this is the final look. I don't know what I'm going to wear. I was actually thinking of just wearing active wear because usually I wear proper clothes to the movies, but I don't know, because it's of an evening, it's been a very weird day, I feel like it's been raining. I don't know, I just feel like wearing a proper outfit right now, so I might just wear active wear, but I'm not sure. But I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I've really enjoyed chatting about makeup and the things that I've been loving. What's coming next on my channel? Foundation reviews, guys. Seriously, it's no joke. And what else? Don't know. But I'll see you in my next video.